Somebody tell me when we're live.
All right, we're live.
Oh, hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey.
I believe this is welcome to episode, I believe, 48, if I'm not mistaken, of FIGGAH Bangin. Joining us tonight, we have our usual crew. Starting off, we've got Mr. Brian Brink.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Happy Hump Day. It's a beautiful. It's a Hump Day for an abbreviated week. Does that mean Hump Day's tomorrow, or I don't know?
Technically, it would be the end of yesterday.
Okay. Happy post Hump Day.
I think, or no, it would be the end of. I don't know. Whatever. For some reason, Agent Kid Matt decided to show up. I guess nobody gave him the menu. The menu. Okay, listen to me. The memo.
Yeah.
He didn't get the memo. He didn't get the memo.
Racist.
He didn't put the. He didn't put the cover sheet on his TPS report.
That's right. Where's my poo-poo platter, Matt?
Got it right here. What's up, everybody? Long time no see.
Yeah. No, listen, how enthused everybody is to see you. Yeah, what else is new? All right, so before we go any further, we just have a little bit of housekeeping to do. As of today, JD is now officially a permanent host.
Yeah.
So, golf clap. All right, so before we go. Oh my God!
Oh my goodness!
Whoa.
That was definitely Matt, fucking asshole.
Yeah, you know.
So join us now and forever, Mr. JD, Mr. Pigment Surgery.
Thank
Now
you.
and forever.
Bye.
Holy matrimony.
Goodbye.
This is also Matt's last episode because he didn't get the memo that last week was his last episode when he didn't show up. So,
Yep.
and also Sleepy Dust, but I don't think he's gonna say anything. So
He's nodded.
he's
That's
there.
what
You
he's saying.
Alrighty. So tonight we are kind of continuing a theme. We are doing. Who's watching TV? Continuing with another Prime. This is Generation Toy OpX, I believe is his name. This is their IDW styled, kind of Alex Milne design Optimus Prime. This is not the G Creations one, but this is a similar design. Oh my God, as I'm knocking everything over. Push this out of the way. Do one of these. All right. So here he is in his truck mode. It is fairly spot on to the comic. He is overall chunkier. Like the comic line art's a little bit sleeker, kind of longer. So he is a little bit more chunkier and beefy, but it makes more sense in bot mode when we get there. But there he is. He's incredibly solid. Like this thing is a complete and utter brick in vehicle mode in a good way. Like this thing is not coming apart. It's completely solid. It's very cool. Got the stripes. Got the silver stripes down the side, like it should. There's some weird like scuffing on the red part. I don't know why.
Like overspray or
I don't know. No, it's not paint. It's just like I don't know if that's where they put the sprue. But it's on both sides, and it's not like scraping or anything. I don't know. It's a little weird. But he is a flat nose truck. He is very flat. Silver grill, silver bumper, everything painted up nice. Pretty clean. You can lift the weather vane up, and you can see.
They got the gun. Nice.
Yeah, the gun. Well, that is, I guess, technically an option. Like you don't have to put the gun in there, but that really solidifies the back of it. If you don't do it, it's a little bit smushy.
Yep.
And the way the doors peg in, like it pegs in pretty well on this side, and on this side you can see a little bit of a gappage. It's just the way they, because they don't really peg in. They just kind of like guide holes, because this piece isn't completely solid, but it helps kind of solidify all of that. That's what makes like the back. You can like squeeze the back, and nothing's going anywhere. He's got some. That's the only weird thing about this design is the lights are on the bottom, and these parts don't twist or anything.
Looks like a mod that Matt would do.
Yeah, right. And scrape your lights against the floor.
That's right. How's the tires? Rubber?
Tires, I believe, are rubber.
Nice.
Or they're. It's kind of hard to tell. It might be that's similar to the Spark Toys, that rubber coated plastic,
Oh, that was cool.
because it doesn't feel completely rubbery, but they feel grippy like rubber, so it might be a coating. They don't feel like they're going to come off the rims like a rubber tire would. So I'm going to say it's a rubber coating on the plastic.
I love how they're able to give him the double tires. You know, like a real truck.
Yeah, the two sets on the back.
That's cool.
Rolls like a goddamn champ. I guess you can sit here all day and do one of these.
And for all you out there who are looking to get the G Creations instead, I'll let you know right now, it does not roll.
If you're brave enough to transform it.
That's right.
Like, that's one that even I don't want to fuck with. I'd probably do, if I owned it, I would definitely do it. But I personally didn't buy that because of the transformation looked so bad. But he also has so this whole back piece, we'll get into it when we get the transformation. But this is all painted as well. All the paint on here is very nice. Like this red is all base plastic, but most of this other stuff, all this silver and everything, that's all paint. The silver rims, I believe, are painted. This is all gunmetal paint, and this whole hitch is painted. And if you notice a familiar shape right there, if you want, you can have him pull an MP10 trailer. Again, I couldn't pull out my MP10 trailer, so here is the Ava Prime trailer.
Big
Because
show
it's
off.
easier to get. It's easier to get to it. I would literally have to pull out all the figures on the entire shelf to get to the other one.
Off my $700 MP10 for you.
I didn't pay $700 for that thing. I paid retail. Oh, you know what's funny? Speaking of that, you know TF Source got their shipment in?
Of this? What? Oh, what?
Do you guys remember that?
Mm-mm.
When the Ava Prime was coming out, TF Source got their shipment lost.
Oh, really?
Like the boat sank or some shit, and they never got their shipment. So I was like, oh shit, because that's where I had my pre-order from. And then BBTS got it. I was like, all right, I'll just grab it at BBTS because I don't want to wait. And then like a month later, they were like, yeah, we're not getting them. And now they got them, like last week, after 2 years.
Wow.
That's fucking 2 or 3 years later, the boat came in.
Well,
I don't know if it went to the Bermuda Triangle, went in a big circle, like they got lost. I don't know.
They should put it on clearance with everything else they're clearancing, so we can all get
right. I think it hooked up with the Malaysian flight.
You get free seaweed and barnacles.
Yeah, so that's kind of the shipment literally came in. I don't know. I thought that was fucking hilarious. But if you wanted to have him pull an MP10 trailer, it does look pretty good. It clears. You can rotate it around. It clears it all the way, no problem. So if that's something you want to do, he never really had that in the comic from what I remember. But if that's a thing you want to do, he can do it, and he does it, basically like a champ as well. The connection's solid.
Oh, nice.
That was better than MP10s.
So if that's a thing you want to do, you can totally do it. Quick size comparison in vehicle mode. There he is with clamp down, so that's pretty much what you would expect.
Yep.
So he is basically MP sized.
Mm-hmm.
More or less what you expect from a truck. Tractor trailer truck.
Cleans up very well too.
Wow, Matt said something. It's the first time you said anything on FIGGAH in 3 months.
Got those people skills.
Doors don't function or anything. Like these doors don't open or anything like that. It's basically a brick. But it is an incredibly solid brick, and it is well done. Everything is nice and chunky and solid. Bottom cleans up pretty damn well. But I think it's pretty much everything. You can, and if you want to, you can finagle the weather vane however you want. It's on a double hinge, actually a triple hinge. There's a hinge here, and a hinge there. So there's 3 hinges you can finagle any way you want. It's supposed to be more back like that, but you can do it. It's your toy. You can do what you want. But I think other than that, that's pretty much everything to say about truck mode, I believe. Any other questions before we move on?
No
Can
questions.
you take that weather vane off if you wanted to?
No. You could if you pop the pins off.
Right,
But no.
So that's a negative. And why would you want to?
Some people like it, some people don't.
Well, if
But
you take it
it's-
off, he's going to get bad gas mileage. So you leave it on. That's why it's there.
Yeah,
If you leave,
all
if you
that
take it
downforce.
off, where's the rain? The rain is not going to fly off the back. It's all going to pool back here, and then he's going to get rust, and then he's going to get a hole through the middle.
Ah,
That's what happened here.
yeah, there you go. Makes a lot of sense.
Any other questions in the chat or anything?
No questions in the chat, but I do want to shout out that Lord, the Shadowkeeper, has survived Irma. So he's our first rock
Good for him.
survivor.
Nice.
He said it's come and gone, and they're just dealing with stuff.
I think there's another one coming now too. They said.
Yeah,
They just
Jose,
keep on coming.
Hurricane Jose. Hurricane BX.
So first Harvey Dent did it, and now Hurricane BX is doing it.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers.
dude.
Next, we're gonna get a Hurricane Ace, and a Hurricane Brian, and a Hurricane Pigment, and a Hurricane Dust.
Go ahead.
Okay, so
Matthew.
to start the transformation, I guess this is a point of contention with some people. I don't really give a fuck, but this piece is technically a parts former,
God damn it.
so now it's completely wasted. Unfortunately, I wish they would have made this like a shield or something, just to have some kind of function in robot mode. But unfortunately, it has no other function except to fill up the truck mode and provide the trailer hitch. So you have to take that off and throw it in the garbage. You could leave it obviously without it, but it looks kind of gross without it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So before I forget, we're going to collapse the wheels because I'm probably going to forget if I don't do it now. This all has got to come up. So unlike the G creations, we're already off to a better start.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's been a couple of days since I did this. Let's see if I can remember how to do it. We're going to kind of loosen everything up. Let's go ahead and collapse this now before I forget. It's going to come down. He's going to end up with a faux chest, unfortunately. But you can see it's completely different shape, so there's no physical way they could have done that, really.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the end of the world. Let's take the gun out. So the gun just pegs in. There's two slots here and here, and there's two slits here and one there, and you just sandwich it in there. The gun obviously opens up, so you can just fold out the barrel. When I got mine, it was like this way, and I was like, "How the fuck do you put that in there?" And I didn't. And then you can rotate it around. So if you get it, just know now that you can. This piece rotates. This flips out. That's the gun. This can really go any which way, but it's kind of supposed to go more back. That's actually supposed to go up, so you have the sight forward. That's his gun. Silver paint on the gun. Actually, a little bit of gray, too. So it's actually got a fairly decent amount of paint for a gun, which is nice.
Oh, it's nice, yeah.
This all opens up. All right.
I like how it's like an homage somewhat to the G1 gun. And
Yeah, I mean, all the...
like, total different gun.
I mean, it has the same
Yeah.
basic shape. I mean, every Optimus gun always basically has the same shape, but at least, they always do something different.
Not
So
the
once you
Combiner
fold-
Wars one. That thing sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once you fold everything out, it's pretty solid though. The gun.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, I mean, nothing's going... Like, this just folds up for transformation.
Yeah.
And that kind of... It has like a soft click
Okay.
that hold it in there. This is kind of loose in a sense. Like, it doesn't have any click, but I mean, it's on the top of the gun, so it's not really going to go anywhere. And this isn't going to move it's not going to go anywhere unless you force it.
Okay.
Unless you want it to.
That's something I hate about like the Masterpiece Optimus is like that fucking rifle they give him.
Spring-loaded?
Yes, it's so
Well,
stupid.
It's a cool gimmick that it goes in his back. Like that kind of blew me away the first time.
Yeah, but
when you have 30 of the same mold, you kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
If it stays in there.
All right, so these bits have to come
JD,
down.
Get the KFC hands that comes with the gun.
I did.
Those hands are fucking worst.
They're so bad.
I have them on the black one. They're fucking terrible.
It's a good gun though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gun's great. There's a guy that does that puts LEDs in them.
Oh, that's cool.
So this part was scary too. So this whole chunk here is die cast. All of this is die cast, and the instructions tell you to rotate this around. And one of mine the first time was ridiculously stiff.
Yeah, mine too.
It scared the crap out of me the first time. He also has a rubber pad on his toe, which is nice.
Nice.
Helps for grip. I like when they do that. This comes around. Get the legs out of the way. This also is supposed to lock in here. It's kind of like an implied lock. It kind of stays, kind of doesn't. It's not the worst. Toes flip out. This bit's got to flip around. This comes down. And that's more or less the feet and the legs done. And we just got to deal with this whole bit. Okay. Eventually the legs got to rotate. I don't know if I can move. Let's open that. Push the crotch up. Probably rotate it later. Okay. This is the only kind of explodey bit, but at least they're all chunks instead of armatures like the G creations. Okay, let's see. This all's got to come. This has got to all open. Head flips up. Remember to hide away this little red piece. The chest comes up. Actually, this whole chest comes out, and this is going to kind of accordion up, and then these bits go to the back.
Yeah,
which order do I do this in? This goes in.
Yeah, it just kind of naturally folds up, which is cool.
Yeah. So these bits kind of go to the back. This all comes to the front, and that kind of, it will lock in when we're done, but right now it doesn't, but we'll get there. These bits, okay. This has got to come up. So now, these little gray hinges in here, in vehicle mode, you push them against the tire, and that locks the wheel in. In robot mode, you open them up, and then there's a gray piece in here, which you may or may not be able to see. But it's attached to the arm, and then there's that hole that's cut out in there will actually go in, slide in there, and lock the arms in so they don't wobble up and down.
Oh, that's nice.
And it also hides the wheels, which is one of my favorite things. And it also provides support for the grill piece. It does the same kind of faux grill that MP10 does. It moves up into the chest.
Yep.
But that kind of supports that whole back. These are going to get hidden soon. These fold in. Yep. The other, I got to remember to do that. Okay. There's just a couple things you got to remember. Let me do that. I can probably do that now. So these bits right here, if you can see this, the abdomen piece.
Yep.
Is it's all floppy. It doesn't lock in. So you kind of push this against here, and there's these two gray tabs. You push those in, and now the abdomen is locked.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, hey, Ace,
Rotate it the waist for now.
before you get too far going up top, that piece in the middle of his chest there, supposedly that folds down.
Which piece?
Up.
Oh, that, yeah, you're right. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yep.
That is actually, so that's the front of the bumper grill. You technically could leave it up, but you're supposed to pull it down because he had that Orby section in the comics.
Technically, it's where his Autobot signal goes.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah.
So the rear bumper that we collapsed, this tab is going to go in there. If you just hold it up, it's not really going to go anywhere, but it's loose. So if you go like that and you just give it a little push, and now it's not going to go anywhere. These panels swing to the back, and then these open up, and then these fold in. No, those stay down. So these come around, and this is actually very similar to Bad Cube's hoist or Trailbreaker. So these bits are going to fill in the kidney section, I guess. So they hide, and that also hides the wheels, and they will also tab together. So just like that. These don't peg in anywhere, but because they peg in back here, and everything's going to hold together when we're done. They just stay like that, and that's fine. That cleans up the back.
That's pretty slick.
These window pieces come forward, and then these tabs right here. There's a hole in the windows, so those actually, it's on a double hinge up in here, and those will peg into there because his chest is supposed to stay open a little bit to show the Autobot symbol in there. This kind of fold open. The weather vane just splits in half like that, and you fold these pieces down. That's just behind his head. And then the arms, this comes up, this comes down. Swing it around. And then the fist's got to come out, which is sometimes a little harder than it looks. This little stupid piece goes in. This little piece has got to go behind the arm. And then this goes this way,
Yep.
I believe.
Like
These
a
don't
shield,
lock in.
kinda.
No, this is just from the artwork. It's just supposed to be door arms.
Ugh.
It's something he always had in the comics. Yeah, it's supposed to go this way because this tabby bit that doesn't actually tab into anything kind of goes like that. And one of his toes kind of got funky. And we do that one more time.
He's like tap dancing.
Down. Goes around. It's actually kind of... There we go. It like...
The
At
fingers
least on
get
mine,
stuck?
the forearms... No, they don't get stuck. It's just like... It kind of like locks in place. And you kind of just got to give it a little nudge. Make sure that goes underneath. The door goes that way. Technically, the door arms you can put them flat like that if you want. You can fucking go like that if you want. You can do whatever the hell you want, but it's supposed to be kind of slightly bent.
Does it fold
Don't
up
tap in?
under the arm at all?
No, because
Like
it's on this
around-
swivel.
That's
The only articulation's on that swivel and that hinge. So you can't
they
come
don't,
off,
like,
you
peg
can't do
in,
anything
huh?
else. They don't peg in, there's no real... There's like a...
They don't
So
peg
this
very
bit-
well. Yeah.
Yeah, there's this bit right here, and we'll kind of go onto that.
Uh-huh.
But it doesn't like hold. It's just kind of like a guide to keep it more or less where it needs to be.
Oh, okay.
But it's not a this tabs in here deal. And that's right. Yeah, flatten out the feet, and just like that, Robert, your mother's brother, and there he
Oh, does
is.
he have like the A stance? Like where it like clicks?
What?
When he stands, like, is he like limited? Like,
I didn't get to the articulation yet. I don't know what
when
that
you
means.
were setting him up, he looked like he was like stuck in like an A stance.
Yeah, because
like,
I didn't have the feet transformed right.
Oh, okay.
The feet are a little bit weird on this guy, but we'll get to it. And he doesn't like to stay on this table. Okay. So there he is in robot mode. Let's
not
run.
bad.
We'll run through the articulation first. So the head is on a hinge swivel. He can look up to there, which is decent, and he's got actually a pretty good amount down. So that's looking straight. That's down. So that's pretty good. And he's got the swivel. No side to side because it's not a ball joint. I kind of still prefer ball joints, but it's at least it's got a good range. The ears are fully articulated; they're just pinned in there, so they can go wherever the hell you want them to. They're not as extreme.
Up a bit.
What?
Move your camera up a bit. That's like cutting off. There you go.
It's not as extreme as the G Creations. So, do you have the G Creations with you, Brian,
No, it's in a box.
or is it
in a
not
tote
accessible? Okay.
From Left
Oh.
and JCC.
Shout out to Tote Life. So the G Creations ones are kind of crazy. Like there's replacement ones, right? You can have options,
Yeah.
and they're like this tall or some crazy shit, right?
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. So they're not as so like in the comics he did have like the extreme. In some books he had the extremely tall ones. In some books he looked like that. He's looked a little bit chunkier like this. So he's not as thin and svelte as the G Creations.
I actually bent the ears a little bit when I transformed him in the truck mode.
Sure.
I was going to
Sure you
ask.
did.
The G Creations one is the one that everybody bends the antenna,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
So just going by purely aesthetics, like the G Creations one technically is more accurate to the comics, but it's because it's such a fucking shitty transformer. From just a transformer stance.
There were two different artists that did them, so I think.
Yeah, he's more Milne, and
Yeah.
he's more the other guy. Oh, I can't think of the freaking
Roche?
name. No, Nick Roche didn't do him.
Oh, okay.
I can't think of it off the top of my head. The G Creations is definitely more of the Milne design, but so the ears can go anywhere. There are no replacement ears or anything, so you don't get the crazy long ones, which is fine with me. So the shoulders.
Well, before you stop messing with the head, did you notice how dead the eyes look?
Well, I was going to do that after, but I guess we'll do it now. So the eyes do look a little dead, but you can do. Oop, I can get this stupid thing. There we go. You can do that.
Whoa.
If I turn my lights.
Oh.
If I turn this one off, you should see a little bit better.
Yeah, buddy.
That's sick.
So it's kind of. Let me see if I turn off. How's that?
Yeah.
Oh,
How's that?
He's thinking.
I can't see the lights. There we go.
Oh, never mind.
So-
Chat.
I think I just wonked up the camera now.
Now, does he come with batteries?
It comes pre-installed with batteries,
Sweet.
which is incredibly nice.
Yeah.
So the camera is kind of blowing them out. Like it does look like the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's closer to what it looks like. The camera's going to blow them out. They do look more alive. The only thing that's weird is the plastic they use for the front of the head looks thinner than the back of the head.
Yep.
So if I go like that, you can see the whole his whole forehead lights up. It doesn't look, that part doesn't look great even in, to the naked eye. But the eyes themselves do look great.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I kind of wish there was two options, like if you can have like painted eyes or these. But that's the switch if you needed to see it. I have no idea what kind of batteries it takes because they came pre-installed.
Flat ones.
And I haven't had to change them yet. I'm sure they're probably they're not 44s. They're probably
G batteries.
232s or something. 232s or something like that. Matt, you're smaller than a D battery.
Oh, good one.
Was the head unscrew? Is there?
There's a screw in the back right
Screw.
there, underneath the switch.
I see it now.
That
Just
comes
in
up pretty
case you
well.
want to give him a tinfoil brain or something like that to kind of block that light, or
Yeah, I haven't
inside
gotten in
of
there
his
yet
head.
to look.
Yeah, maybe
It
that
just
would
looks like
help.
they literally used thinner plastic in the front.
yeah.
Shoulders. So there's a reverse butterfly
Nice.
to there.
That's cool.
It's really for transformation, but it's more like a byproduct.
I hate that it's so loose.
So we'll get to that. But so the shoulders are on. So this is a hinge. This is a friction hinge. It can go, if you just, without messing anything, it can go up to there. You can see this all starts coming undone. So without anything coming undone and without doing anything else, you can get them like that.
So
I'm
mine
gonna put stuff left
will
behind.
fall over. Oh no, you put the whole arm up. I see. Yeah. All right.
If you lift this up and you go in here, and there's this painted bit of detail, you can fold that down and out of the way. You can get, the more you fold it, the more you get. And you can kind of, there's a hinge here, and there's a double hinge here. So you can finagle this any which way you want.
Mm.
Go away, okay, messages, and you can get more range up. So you can get up to there. You're going to have to mess with all the kibbly bits to do that, but at least you can get it. All the way around is also friction. This is going to be a theme if you haven't caught on yet. All the way around, this is actually a tight joint.
There's no
This is-
clickety clackities.
This is a friction all the way around, so that's good. Bicep swivel. That's also a good joint. I believe a double hinged elbow. Yep. So it actually cleans up pretty good. So there's a hinge here and then a hinge up in there. Gets you a pretty good curl.
Nice.
Well past 90. That looks good. Technically, you can count that as a joint, I guess. But, it's not the best. But, so hinge, mushroom pegged fist. So you got a swivel all the way around. Ball jointed thumb. And I believe they're masterpiece style fingers. So pointer finger is on, so base pin knuckle. The bottom three are fixed. So they've got the flipper. Index finger has one knuckle. So if you want to have him pointing, he's always going to be the.
Sniffing his butt.
He can't do it. He's always doing the sniffing the butt pose. So it's always going to have the crook in it. So that's that. Waist is on a swivel. What's weird is like it's loose there,
Is it
and
friction?
then it like stops, and then it's tight.
Oh.
I don't know if it's the same on yours, Brian.
1 second. I'm fixing my
But
shoulders based on your
From
advice.
here to here, like I can just flick it and it's fairly loose, and then it stops there, and then it gets tight. It's like that's super tight, but then that's super loose.
It's probably hitting something. Because, like, it looks
I
like
don't
the
know.
waist is, like, bent. No, it looks like the waist is, like, bent a little. It's like when you turn it, it's fine, but then when you turn it more, then it catches.
Nothing is bent.
Yeah, mine is the same. Ace.
Yeah, so it's got this weird range of looseness,
Yeah.
but
It's like
Yeah,
you
something's
hit
in
the what would you call them? Where the mold meets, and you get that
yeah, you're getting like that weird that bit of resistance.
little flash.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So hips. So we got the hip skirts. These lift up out of the way, all the way around. This bit also comes unpegged for some reason if you need to, but it's for transformation for the clearance.
That's if he's got a pee.
So if he needs to pee, you can just pull that open like that, and he's good to go. Outward on a what's the word of the day?
Ratchet.
No,
Friction
what's the word of the day?
Friction.
Friction joint. Well past the Van Dam, so he's over 100% on the Van Dam.
110
That is
something.
some major
So he can do-
teabagging right there.
He can do a flying Duke, or he can go like that. Forward to the high kick, so he can go straight out. Back is so. I'm going to hold this bumper piece in. So back to there. If you move this out of the way, he can go all the way. So that's one of those things. If you want cheat for a picture, it might be worth it. But other than that, it's.
And how tight are all them hips?
I mean, the leg has diecast in it, and I'm lifting up to there. We'll give him a shake test.
Take it. Yeah.
So I can feel it resisting the whole way down. So it's not like it's just drooping,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah, it's not bad.
should have been ratcheted, which is another
Yeah.
theme of the day.
Yes.
Yes.
Thigh swivel is built in, so you can see the hip assembly in there. How that all goes together.
Yeah.
So the thigh swivel is at the base of this gray piece in there. Knees. Thankfully, we finally. Let me just move these back. We'll have some
Really?
ratchets.
Ratchets.
So it actually is a double ratchet, and it's a double bend, and they're both ratcheted. So using the bottom, just the bottom gets you 90. If you finagle the joints, you can use both of them and get all the way back.
He can kick
Wow.
himself in the butt.
So, and then just using the back one, you can get a little shy of 90. So using them together will get you all the way up to there. And these ratchets are fucking great.
They
They're
are
nice and
nice.
clicky.
How would they have not used them on the shoulders and the head?
Both nice and clicky. They hold fantastic. So the knees are fantastic. I don't know why they couldn't.
Is there only
We'll
diecast
get
in the
there.
feet?
The diecast is in the feet, and I think that's it.
Yeah, I think so too.
I like how they did that.
But okay, so the feet. There's no knee swivel or there's no swivel here or anything. The feet. So this bit. So there's a flap here that can get out of the way. Also, we got gold piston detailing. There's a whole bunch of detailing, even in on the insides of everything.
Yeah, the
There's
paint's
gold.
really nice.
There's gold pistons here. There's gold pistons here. Not too
And
much
the
on the
hips.
back, but you got
Oh,
in
the
here,
thigh,
up in here, up in the. They definitely went all out with the paint, which is nice. So
Yeah, it
this
looks
flap
really nice.
this flap can lift up. This flap is on a double hinge, so that can also get out of the way for your feet. So
Ace, for mine, I have mine done a different way.
what I do wrong?
If you pull the blue thing all the way down, you can actually fold that silver piece underneath it. Yeah, fold that down, and then you can put it back up.
Like what?
No, you're good. Put it back down.
Okay.
And now the blue ankle cover or whatever
Mhm.
that can slide up.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, and cover it.
Okay.
Well, mine does.
Like that?
That's weird. Yeah, but oh, you know what? It's a double hinge on the armature
fold it on the
for the
first
blue
hinge?
thing. Yeah.
Like that?
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
That looks nice.
Okay. This is why we have co-hosts. For when I fuck up. Like that? We good? Right? Bueller?
Yep. Exactly.
Okay. Well, regardless, you can also move these out of the way, and you can leave them. If you leave them the other way, you can move those too. But so the heel, I guess technically you can do that too if you wanted, and have this covered feet, because then you'll have the hinge there. It's really meant to go like that. But this is all die cast. This is all die cast. This is also this whole piece here, and this whole heel piece. This is all die cast. And like I said, you got the nice rubber bit on the toe. It'll focus. There you go.
Yeah, it's really
So we
nice.
have
Toe rubbers.
Detailed.
So we can't go back anymore. So we can go back to there on the heel. And like I said, you can fold it flat all the way up to there if you need to. And then we've got, so where that screw is, there's one hinge there. So we can go down to there, up to there. And then the toe can go up to there. So you get a little bit up, and it can fold, point all the way down. And then the rocker, or the tilt, is that gray piece in there. So it goes to there. So out to there is the natural position of the ankle. Again, these are all, what's the word?
Friction.
Friction joints.
I feel like I'm in school.
Well, listen, someone's got to teach you something. So let's get him his gun real quick.
We could treat it like Pee-wee's Playhouse, and every time he says friction joint.
As long as Missy Vaughn comes, I'm good.
Hell yeah.
So the gun is a typical masterpiece style slot in the handle. Peg in the handle, slot in the palm. Nothing special there. Let's get the thumb out of the way. Let's see how well he holds it. Oop, I'm doing this the stupid way. There we go. So he holds it pretty decently, not the best, not the worst. These bits on his shoulders don't lock in anywhere. See, they move freely, so that when you're moving the arms, can sometimes be a hindrance. But
Not hateful.
So when you hit the gun, it does the stupid crappy thing. So he does hold his gun, but it's not the best.
Doesn't peg in
no
too well.
LED, no LEDs on the gun or anything like that. This is definitely one of those get it in the position you want guns. Looks good in his hand. The feet, because they're on so many hinges, do like to slide around a little bit. So it's one of those get it in, push it down, and then he'll stand. There he is with the gun. Oop. Let's get some size comparisons real quick.
Paint detail's amazing on that guy.
Okay. All right, so let's get the basics out of the way. Here he is with an MP car.
It's jazz.
And because he's here, lavender wave.
Womp womp.
birthday. Okay. Now for the fun ones. So I grabbed a shitload of, not a shitload, but I grabbed a decent amount of primes. So here he is with the tried and true MP10. Get them
Nice.
kind of side by side.
A little bit taller.
Get them.
He's a little bit taller.
A little bit taller.
So there's that.
If Ace will move his camera
Here
up.
he is with Happy.
There you go.
Try to get the focus a little bit better. Here he is with Movie Masterpiece Prime.
Ew.
Oh God.
So they're
Why
actually,
does he look like he's taking a shit?
he's actually about the same height. Oh,
Rough.
good. Apps are crashing on me as I'm doing the show. Excellent. Here he is with the phenomenal Spark Toys Optimus.
I still need to get that.
Very nice.
So you can see he's a good 2 heads taller.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, his previous iteration. Here he is with Toy World's Orion.
Wow.
So you can kind of see the same, more or less, design cues.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
We got the doors on the arms, the same kind of abdomen
Clothes
section.
and-
And with these bits here, come in here, these bits here. The same kind of window section.
What are those rubber labels on the inside of the windows?
They're actually on the outside.
Oh, okay.
There was actually an option with the Reaper labels. There was the middle section had the this bit that hold,
Okay.
like it had a sticker of that. But like in vehicle mode, it looked terrible, so I just opted for the blue section, the blue bit. But you can see like even the shoulders are more or less the same.
Mm-hmm.
You got the window, the weather vane, whatever the hell it is, on the top, and his back the same. The legs are basically the same, just more detailed, more paint.
The
But
forearm
you can see
is
the same
too.
kind of design, cues. This also has the
Nice.
render form kit on it. So he's got the better head and extra gun. But you can see the same, more or less the same design.
So Rob
So there's
Melton,
one other.
Rob Melton in the chat.
Okay.
He's a truck driver, and that wind vane he called it a fairing. That's what he called it.
Okay, now we're getting fancy.
Yeah.
That's a little bit too fancy for us. So there's one other gimmick I forgot to show off. So if we open up the chest,
Talk.
you can also see a bunch more detail in there. You can see more gold paint,
Yeah.
more silver paint. So this is all for robot mode. Like this doesn't show up in truck mode at all. We pull these out. You can see they're on like a double hinge section, and kind of fold these up like that. Then we pull this up. Actually, we fold it all the way up. Then we get in here.
There we go.
He does have a matrix.
No,
And this is what I
don't
should have brought my damn spudger for, but I got it out.
I never
What happened?
even bothered doing that online. It's weird.
Oh, even that has detail to it.
So that's all molded in there. It's kind of
Nice.
it's like it's gonna be shadowed. There we go. You can see some molded detail in there. It's gonna be hard to show it because it's a bunch of junk in the way, and where the lights are gonna hit it. But the matrix
see it.
is the matrix, I believe, is die cast. If I bounce it on the table, it
And
doesn't
flip it.
feel that heavy. It almost feels rotocast. If you know what rotocasting is.
Enlighten us.
Rotocasting is when you take a mold and you pour material into the mold and you slosh it around and then wait for it to dry and then pour the excess out. So it's basically a hollow inside instead of it being solid.
Oh.
So you take the mold, pour whatever material into it, move it around so it coats the whole inside, and then pour it out.
Huh.
That's how you make latex masks, stuff like that. Like full head latex masks. To just get a coating. That's how you would do it. You do that 3 or however many times you need to get the wall built up. But this doesn't feel heavy enough to be fully die cast. It's definitely die cast, but it does not feel like it's solid.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. So that's what leads me to think it might be rotocast. I don't know if you can rotocast metal. I'd actually be surprised if you could, but it doesn't feel heavy enough.
Do you think maybe it's aluminum?
I guess it could be. I can't tell if this is painted or not.
Is it magnetic?
It's painted. It's definitely painted.
Oh,
I don't
that's
have...
a good test.
Oh, I do have a magnet. Haha! Shout out to Harvey Dent for my dio. It is not magnetic.
It's,
all right.
it's aluminum.
Will the metal stick to his foot so we can test to see if it fits there?
Oh, hold on. No.
What about the back one? The back piece? No? No, the back of the foot.
Oh, hold on. I'm trying to see.
So even the die cast isn't magnetic?
No, I guess zinc is because zinc is non-ferrous, right?
Non-ferrous.
I have
That's
no
some science
clue.
words for you. Ferrous means it contains iron. The chemical symbol for iron is Fe, from a Latin word that means something that I don't know what it means, but it's Fe.
Ferricula ferriculus. That's how you conjugate Latin now, if I remember correctly.
But that's why the chemical symbol for iron is Fe. So anything that's ferrous has iron, and that's what's magnetic. But I'm not entirely sure, but it's definitely painted, because you can see where the gold paint meets it. It's definitely paint, but it doesn't feel completely solid. It might be aluminum, like you said. It might just be a lighter metal, but it is obviously the center jewel is plastic. Trying to get my hand is casting a shadow. There's no open and close side like on the MP10 Matrix. It's just kind of all open, more or less. I think this side might be a little bit more open, but it might just be my eyes.
Oh my god.
It just pops back in there, and then the chamber closes up, and this closes down, and this all just goes back in, comes together.
So Ace, on his right chest pane, that visor, the other side, yeah. Is there a stress mark there on the top? Right where the visor plugs in? No?
I do not.
I see a spoon
I can
mark.
see the peg there. I can see the peg there.
Yeah. So
don't
where the
see
peg
any
is. Yeah. So on his right one, I have a stress
his
mark.
right one. That'd be this side.
Yeah. So I have a stress mark on top of mine where they plugged in the
I don't have it.
And
That's one bad thing. That's one bad thing about red plastic. Red plastic and blue plastic. Mostly red plastic shows stress like nobody's business.
And I've seen it on other people's too. So I was just wondering if yours had one.
Did you try the hair dryer?
No, I will. I shall.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, you know what? I do have a very, very slight one.
Yeah, it's small. Yeah.
I don't even think it's going to come on camera. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, there's a very, very, very faint. It's so faint I didn't even see it until you said something. I don't think it's going to focus. I don't think it's going to show that close. But it's on the inside one?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very, very faint. Like not even something I would worry about. He also has molded windshield wipers, but they don't move, unlike MP10, which do move.
I never tried that.
Yeah, mine are super stiff. I don't even fuck with it.
Yeah, once you move them, they're hard to get back into the original position again.
Yeah, I don't even mess with it.
Don't bother.
Nope.
But
I always wondered that though.
I think that's everything. One shot of them two together. But you can see, like, even though this guy is what, 3 years old now, 4 years old now,
Yeah,
he still holds up pretty damn well.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is still a fucking good toy. I forgot how good this thing is. But
What's that gun you
I
got?
think.
What's
Which
that
one? That's the from the render form kit.
Oh yeah, oh, cool.
I just threw it in his hand. His feet don't want to stay. Stay. There you go. All right. I think that's more or less everything. Any other questions in the chat? Anybody else have
Nope.
anything else?
No questions in the chat.
Anybody else have any other questions?
Nope.
So, in your honest opinion, is it worth it?
If you're a Prime collector, yes. If you like the design of the IDW comics, or if you're a comic reader and you want a representation of them, yes. If you like just good toys, yes.
Okay.
The only real reason I would say not to buy them is if you just don't want MP scaled IDW figures. But I don't give a shit about stuff like that. Like, I'll buy figures that are just good toys.
Yeah.
So for me, I see no real negatives. It's a little pricey. I don't even know what the retail was. It's somewhere around
I think it was
150.
Originally 140, I think, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so somewhere around 140, 150.
The G
somewhere in
Creations
that range.
was more expensive, if I remember correctly. But you can find them cheaper.
That's not bad.
Yeah, $20 cheaper. Yeah.
I'd say you're mostly paying for the paint detail because that thing is pretty detailed. Looks nice.
So I mean, between the two, just comparing apples to apples, between him and the G Creations, I haven't really messed with the G Creations just because I saw that transformation and I saw how spindly and skeletally he is, and I just didn't want to mess. I didn't want to be bothered with it.
Like
it just doesn't look like a fun. That figure just doesn't look like a fun toy to me, even though it looks more like that comic version.
Yeah, he's good
if you just want.
Yeah, if you just want him in bot mode and pose him up, he's good. He's good for that.
But that's not. Unfortunately, that's not me. So for me, it was no question. As soon as I saw videos of this guy and the transformation, posability, and everything, I was like, yeah, this guy is more for me. If you want the more skeletal, thin look, the Alex Milne look, go with it. And you don't want to transform it, and you don't want to fuck with it, and you want to put it on your shelf and say, there he is, I would say go with the G Creations. If you want a better toy to mess with, I would say he's better by leaps and bounds.
Toys are made for playing with.
I'll tell you,
Exactly.
the G Creations does pose well. I mean, it's not a statue. Just don't transform it. That's all.
Yeah, well, that's yeah. Does it hide the skeleton in robot mode?
Yeah, it does a good job of doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like how this guy is just completely squared off and hides everything.
I think this one did a better job, but yeah, the G Creations isn't hateful. Yeah.
But I mean, my only real qualm with this guy is the fact that they didn't ratchet all the damn joints. Those hips should have been ratcheted. There's no real reason. Like, I understand that for transformation, a lot of times they can't ratchet joints. There's no reason the hips couldn't be ratcheted. There's no real reason the shoulders couldn't be ratcheted.
They could have even done soft ratchets in the shoulders, so it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
like these are hard ratchets, which means basically they have springs in them. You could have done the non-spring ratchets in the shoulders. I think it would have been really fine.
Yeah.
Is there any cost difference between it?
I don't own any other Generation Toys stuff.
I have the Devastator, and obviously I have Warbitron, which I think Warbitron is still a piece of shit.
Does it feel like those in your hand at all?
The plastic feels similar. You never messed with the Devi?
No, never did.
Gravity Builder. It feels similar. Like they're both well made and they're both well built and well painted. So it's definitely similar to that. I haven't messed with the what do you call it, the Stunticons, which is the more recent figures.
Yeah, Rob,
it does feel similar. The plastic is good. It's nice and thick.
Yeah,
it feels that quality.
Rob in the chat said it actually kind of looks like a Prime stand-in, like for the Prime animated version, almost a little bit.
Yeah. That Prime's a little bit skinnier, like especially like in the chest, but it's a fairly similar design. I could see that.
Yeah, I'm thinking TFCon. I'm gonna be looking for one of these and the Jazz, the Generation Toy Jazz.
I've messed with one of those very, very briefly, Shout out to Cody. I don't even think he knows it, but I was messing with his when he was in the shower because we were rooming. I was like, "Ooh,
What?
let me play with that." So I opened like that. I hope he doesn't mind. But I didn't transform it or anything. It was in car mode. I was just fucking with it for a minute.
Showers and handling the shit.
I wish more fucking people would put magnets in them. But yeah, I think that's more or less going to do it. It's definitely a good toy. Like I said, the only real problem is like the shoulders are a little bit loose and the waist a little bit loose. Like this stuff should have been ratcheted and isn't. That's really my only real qualm. The paint is fantastic. The look I think is fantastic. The knees are great. I wish they would have put that in there and it would have been even better. But what are you going to do? But overall, I think he's great. I think it's totally worth your time.
Nice.
But all right. So you got the chat, Brian?
Yeah, man. I got KJ Smith in here, Cabalta, Rob M. Thanks for the truck knowledge. EE Prime, Hurricane BX, Sunday Heat.
Isn't he down in the? I thought he was down in Bermuda or something, causing trouble.
Who's that?
Jose.
Is he? Oh, is he? Oh, he's getting there. He's not quite there yet.
Okay, he's working his way over.
Working his way over. They're saying that one. I'm not sure where that one's going to head up. They said it might just go east, but we'll see. Sunday Heat is in there. Lord Shadowkeeper is in there, but he had to dip and conserve power because his power's out.
Why the hell are you watching this? Is when you fucking just went through a hurricane. I mean, it's great.
That
Watch our stuff, but
Ace.
gotta get the milk and bread.
What else you gonna do, right?
Admire your dedication, my friend.
We had Eric was in there, Breezy Fresh, Dave Energon Addict, Mr. Dust Mites, K-Man, ID Steeler, 000, Gita, and Anthony B. So thanks everyone for coming in, chatting up.
I heard some new names, so thanks for coming in. We always appreciate new guys. But all right, I think that's just about gonna do it. So do some where you at, Brian. Where you at?
Brian Brink in the Facebook groups and on IG at Brinkalizer.
Occasionally host Matt, who's not on the show anymore. I don't know why he's here.
I'm a ghost. Can't find me anywhere. Nah, find me on Instagram, AZN Kid Matt, YouTube, Asian Kid Matt, and on Facebook as Matt Hawkins, if you want.
Nobody wants to. JD.
You can find me, JD Barocious, on the Facebook pages, Pigment Surgery on Instagram, and Xbox Live Hangouts, and here every other Wednesday.
I am Ace Milo. You can find me Ace Milo pretty much everywhere: Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Go buy a damn rock pack. If you're coming to TFCon, where is it? DC. Was it Reston? Reston, right? Reston, Virginia. Yep. If you're coming to TFCon DC this year, pick up a rock pack now. You can pre-order at www.realmcollectors.com. It's $40. You get a T-shirt and a bunch of other stuff. You also get 2 tickets to enter into our $100 giveaway at agabus.com at their booth. If you're not coming and you want a rock pack, all the money from the rock pack supports us directly. So if you are interested in picking one up and you're not going to the show, we have shout out to Russ. Russ is muling like a mofo. So I'm sure you can hit him up and he will mule yours. So if you want one, get one now. We are more than 70% sold out, so be sure to grab that now. Check out all the other Cool Table Network shows. You know what they are: ATR, Toy Detox, SCU, Beer and Bolters, 8 Weeks, Stasis Lock, Plastic Fanatics. I know I'm leaving a couple out. You know what they are. Follow the Cool Table Network on Facebook. You'll find them all. I think that's going to do it, right? Be the rock packs and everything else. Yeah. So thanks for tuning in tonight. Thanks for checking us out. Thanks for hanging out with us. And we'll see you next time. I should have some new stuff coming in for the next show, hopefully. So we should have a whole shitload of new stuff to do on top of this. So it should be good. All right. Thanks for hanging out.
I was hoping you didn't get a certain figure because I want to fuck with it when you're doing that review.
Okay, you can tell me when we're off the air.
Yes.